Right, and here we are, guys, in the game screen for Snooker 19. Now, if you purchased this game, you purchased it way back in 2019 of April. I think it was released just before the World Betfred Snooker Championships, which kind of made sense at the time. In the pipeline, there was this, and also another game endorsed by Stephen Hendry, which never ever come to anything, never got released. But anyway, just quickly on Snooker 19, this is your game screen. This is initially what you had. What you didn't have was this screen. Challenges were introduced, I would argue, 6 months later, and it was an additional sort of add-on that you bought for the game. I think it was about, £7 or £8. I can't remember exactly. But you'd have your play now, you'd have your career, and you'd have your practice, your records, and your settings. Now, play now, you can just play a quick match against any of the pros just as a practice. That's your arranged online events. So you sort of draw it up with your friends, play with anybody that you want to play with that you know. You can have unranked matches that are basically under your control. You can set the amount of frames you want to play. I think up to best of, I'm going to say 9. Yeah, and then you got your online tournament, which is absolutely from day one completely broken. Unfortunately, there is a glitch, and there has been since the game's been released. Now, I'm currently recording this in sort of January 2023, but it's a shame. It's a shame. People for somehow or some reason they've managed to go into a game, play a shot, quit out of that game, not lose any points, and actually get more points. And I think it went for a phase where I think the same person won about 9 or 10 times in a row, which kind of sport it, but it is what it is. And up until that point, the only realistic thing that happened was, I think, Rainy Lamb, who actually won the virtual worlds, the only one ever held. He actually was winning most of the tournaments. So, and on good merit, he did everything right. But anyway, so then you got your career mode. The career mode I finished in season 27, 28, I'm going to say 26, 27 possibly. But what you can do is you can play as a rising star, you can play as a veteran that's just dropped down the rankings, or you can play as one of the top guys. What I will say, guys, is think carefully about what you want to do in the game. If you want to play as a pro and max the game and platinum it like I have, and you want to do it quicker than I have, you need to pick a seasoned veteran like Ronnie O'Sullivan, like Mark Selby, like Mark Williams, that have won lots of ranking events, because you would only need to win so many ranking events. You need 37 in total to win, and the numbers you see here are the numbers that these pros start on. So the likes of Ronnie, John Higgins, Mark Williams, Neil Robertson, Mark Selby, they've all got a reasonable amount, so you need less to complete the game. But yeah, so think about that before you pick who you want to use. The schedule for each of the tournaments is there. Your ranking it progresses as you go, although it was broke at one point, because I think I won the Worlds twice on the trot and didn't get any money for it or any ranking points, which was weird, but I'm not overly bothered. You got your practice table, so you can go into your practice table. You can do anything on there. You can move the white ball around. You can practice break-off shots, long shots, break building. You can reset. You can take a mulligan. If you miss, you can retake the shot. It is quite straightforward. It works. It's not it's not a bad thing. So if you want to practice before you get out there, practice. I would advise you to practice on a plus measurement, and what I mean by that is a Pro Plus or Master Plus. So your Pro Plus is your line and your cue ball line. Your Master Plus is just the object ball line, which you don't know where the white's going. You have to judge it based on your knowledge of snooker, I'm guessing. So your records, it keeps most things, stats for career, online versus record, then your online tournament mode. The online tournament mode, like I said, is broken, so it is, it's not great. You got your quick match record. Just quickly, career mode, 528 matches played. I won 450 with an 85% win ratio, which is pretty good. But yeah, as an unranked player, I had 10 victories. Trophy cabinet, there you have it, 1. Now, initially, if you win these, So if you win it on amateur, you get 1 star. If you win it on pro, you get 2 stars. And if you win it in master, you get 3. Always practice the plus versions, guys, like I said, because if you don't, you end up playing online, you will get bummed. Quite literally, because that is the go-to level. People are making it more and more difficult for themselves every time they play the game, which is what we did. You know, we had Pro Plus for the first season. I've put a link in the description below, guys, for my Pro Plus starting season for James Cahill, which was, I think we was about 150 odd episodes. If not, it was then moved on to Master Plus when we realised, actually, you know what, it's too easy. And by winning competitions on 2 stars, the trophy cabinet looks shit. So we quickly binned that off. But anyway, that's that. Settings, you can change your audio settings, your tutorial and rules. There's credits and your controls. So after the 6 months had passed, guys, roughly, they brought out the challenges. You got your basic skills, which is your pro skills, and you got your advanced skills, which is master plus skills. They are tough, really, really tough. And I'll be lying if I said I knew how to do all of them myself, because I didn't. I actually looked up Chinny, who played in the virtual worlds with us. I actually played him, actually, in this, I'm going to say first round. It's been a while. I think we did it in 2020 and the pandemic. But yeah, check out his channel. I'll put the link in the description below, because his challenges tutorial is very, very good. So I will link that, and hopefully if it's a playlist, I'll link the playlist for you so you can get all of them as well. So overall, guys, is it one of the best snooker games out? It is the best snooker game out. For graphically, I think it's fantastic. It is as good as it's ever been, which it should quite rightly be, being it was from the PS4 version. I'd expect great things from the next one, if they make one. I do feel that they've left out some big key points in the game. One is not calling the frame on the pink, which is minor. You know, if you pop the pink, you should just be able to go done. Or, you know, instead you have to play the black or the shot on the black. Over time, different problems have sort of risen in the game. What frustrates me the most is when the white ball's traveling back to the bulk area at a slow pace and it's losing momentum. Sometimes it will hit the bulk color and the white ball will check. Now, over that distance and at that speed, the white ball wouldn't check. It would hit it and just roll forward a little bit. That's just my minor go-to problem. I've mentioned it in a few of the videos and you've probably seen them. So look out for that and be aware of that. They will not fix it. We know that they won't fix it. What people need to understand is that the actual market for this game isn't great. If it had turnovers of people like FIFA and COD and all the big games, then obviously you would be seeing a hell of a lot more work going into it. It's a shame that that hasn't happened, but you know, we understand that there's a cost perspective and they need to be realistic about what they can achieve. Do I think they got a great foundation? Absolutely. They could use most of the game engine, if I'm honest with you. But they do need to tidy some stuff up. Future stuff, I do believe that you should be able to create your own pro. Perhaps you should have attributes that make long potting easier or more difficult. I don't know if that'll work or not. It's a shame that they can't introduce that. It would be better to have an add-on and put money into it rather than bringing out a whole new game. But Legends released, so if you achieve certain milestones, it would be nice to see the likes of, I know, Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, especially for me, he's my favourite player. But even going back, Terry Griffiths, Alex Higgins, Ray Reardon, you know, I think it'd be nice to relive those tournaments and bring back the old stuff. Plus, I'd have to right or wrong, and that was Dennis Taylor beating Steve Davis, which was an absolute disgrace. And I was gutted, but it is what it is. So yeah, it'd be nice to see the legends in it. Just quickly on the season as it's gone, guys, like I said, Pro Plus, check that season out if you want to watch it. It was pretty good. It did get a little bit boring in the fact that 147s was like Skittles. There was just loads of them. I think in one season I had like 49, I'm going to say. I think it was 49. But there was one particular round where it was best of 5. where I scored a 147 maximum break, and then the next frame I scored a 40, missed, got back in and scored a 107 for 147 points. And then in the third frame I won it with a 147 maximum break. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty good. It's okay. And then obviously moving on to master, I think we only managed to compile about 3 or 4 maximums, which is disappointing, but it's harder. It's, you know, it's tough to do. So yeah, it pretty much covers it, guys. Do I think they'll bring out a new game? I'll be honest with you, myself, not so much me, but my good friend Rainy Lamb will and has been talking to Ripstone, who's the publishers of the game, and asked about potential new games, and they're absolutely, well, their honest answer is, even if there was, we couldn't tell you. But they are aware that myself and him are interested in anything new, and if, you know, quite happily we'll pay for it, but if we can get early access, that would be great. And it would be really, really good to get an early access review out on the channel. So yes, I'm hopeful that they'll bring out a new one. Whether they will or not, I really can't say. I don't know. It is 2023 as we record this, and it's been 4 years, so it's doubtful. It's doubtful. It might be another 3 or 4 before anything that comes out, but they've certainly got a good, like I said, a good base for it. And it would be nice for them to bring something out. So that brings us to the conclusion, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate the fact that some of you have seen all of the stuff through my career and through what we've achieved. And that's the result. That and the platinum game. It's all done. So that is it from me, guys. Appreciate you watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the new game. But if not, take it easy. There'll be other stuff out on the channel. I'll see you next time.